Welcome to Time Travel Coins. I've been going back in time with my English coin collection, and we're now back in Tudor times in the reign of Elizabeth II. She was born on the 7th of September 1533, ascended to the throne on 17th of November 1558, and died on the 24th of March 1603. So we'll start off smallest to largest as usual, and here we have a penny. Lovely portrait on that, great detail. Shame about the edge, which has been clipped away a little bit. Common problem with hammered coins. This penny dates from 1580. If it was full size, it would be 0.43 grams of sterling silver. Here's the reverse. It's got the shield reverse with the fleur-de-lis. 3 lines for England. Now, if you could see the inscription, it would say on the obverse, Elizabeth, by the grace of God, rose without a thorn. And on the reverse, Civitas London, which just means City of London. Probably value of this about £25, this coin, because of the clipping. Next up we have a bit of a battered 3p, still in silver again. This is dated 1575 and we've got a date on the reverse there. Probably only value of this about £20, which is really cheap if you consider it's 450 years old. What else could you buy that's 450 years old for £20? So 1575 would have been the pre-Spanish Armada, and the legend on the obverse, it's all in Latin, but translates to Elizabeth by the grace of God, Queen of England and France and Ireland. And on the reverse, it translates to I have made God my helper. So that's the 3p. Next up we've got a groat. Got a little hole in it. This is the second issue groat. 0.916 silver purity, this one. Again, I probably value about £20, this coin. And that's the same shield reverse. Next is a 6p. This one is from 1571. And there's the date on the reverse there. These coins have got various different mint marks. The mint mark is at the top of the coin above the head of the Queen. This one's mint mark number 71 according to Spink. I think it's like a castle turret, the design of that, but it's a bit worn at the top. So this is the second issue groat. So I just point out that there's a rose on this coin behind Elizabeth's head. And my last Elizabeth I coin is the shilling. Pretty decent edge on this, just on the left hand side as you look at it, just some of it's slightly missing there, but overall very good edge there. 6.2 grams of silver. This is the 6th issue. And you can see the legend there a lot better because the edge is so good. got quite a bit of wear on. Probably value this at £40. So it was a long reign of Elizabeth I, so there's coins are quite plentiful, and that's why they are quite cheap. So we'll move back in time a little bit further now. If I take this card away, we're now in the reign of Mary. So Mary was born on the 18th of February 1516, ascended to the throne 19th of July 1553, just about 9 or 10 days after the death of her brother Edward, and we had a very short reign of Lady Jane Grey before she was executed and Mary took over, and she died on the 17th of November 1558. Sister obviously as well to Elizabeth. First coin I've got here is, now this is called a base penny. It's 0.75 purity of silver, and they are quite rare. This one's really battered around. It's got a rose on the front and a shield reverse. Let's turn that round. They aren't very common, so even in this very poor condition, I might get £60 in auction for this. Let's have an example of Mary, and Mary is a shorter reign as well, much shorter than Elizabeth. Right there. Next up, I've got a groat. So this is dated between 1553 and 1554, before she married Philip of Spain. So the legend on the top there above her head will just say Maria, Latin for Mary. It's 2 grams of silver, this coin, and I'll probably value it about £80. There's the shield reverse, familiar shield design. It's the groat. Next up is a sixpence. It's in terrible condition. Now the 2 portraits there on the left, it's Philip of Spain, on the right it's Mary. You can just see the date there, 1554. Sixpence, after they got married on the 25th of July of that year. Verse is very worn as well. Slightly damaged as well, this coin. Even in this terrible condition, they are very sought after, and I'd probably say about £80 in auction. I've got a shilling as well, and that's slightly better. Here's the shilling. This is 0.917 in purity, 6.2 grams. Now the legend on the obverse says, Philip and Mary, by the grace of God, King and Queen of England, France and Naples, Prince and Princess of Spain. Although Philip did rule with Mary, he wasn't King of England. And the reverse, the legend on there, translates to "We have made God our helper." So very worn, but about £150 I think for that shilling. You can see it's slightly larger than the Elizabeth shilling. Okay. Let's keep going back. We'll go back again to Mary's brother, Edward VI. Edward VI was born 12th October 1537, ascended to the throne 28th of January 1547, and died on the 6th of July 1553, only 15 years old. So first up, I've got a penny, but the portrait on that penny is not Edward, it's actually a posthumous one of Henry VIII. Difficult to bring into focus, I'm afraid. My camera expertise are not good. So that the penny is only made out of 33.3% silver, weighs 0.56 grams. But even in, it's not too bad a grade, I suppose. I'd say about £45 for this one at auction. The next coin I've got is a sixpence of Edward VI. Quite worn, but you can just make out the portrait of Edward VI there. 3 grams of silver. This one's 0.929 purity, minted in London. There's the same shield reverse as what we saw with Mary and Elizabeth coins. I value that around £100 in auction. Next up, we've got a shilling. Much better condition. I hope you haven't noticed the hole. So we've got the Tudor rose on one side of the portrait and the Roman numerals XII for 12 pence for a shilling. This is the first shilling that was introduced in England. There's a similar coin under Henry VIII called the Testoon, but it had a different name, different weight. This is the first shilling. And I'm really pleased with it actually, even though it has got that hole. The legend at the front translates to Edward VI, by the grace of God, King of England, France and Ireland. And the reverse, you see the legend much more clearer there, that Latin, which translates to I have made God my helper. I think I'd value this around £125 in auction. Possibly more if people are happy with that small haul. So that's my Edward VI coins, and we keep coming back. We're going to do all the Tudors. So I'm going to go next to very famous king, Henry VIII. Born 20th of June 1491, ascended to the throne 22nd of April 1509. We've gone so far back now in time that the whole language has changed in England. We had something called the Great Vowel Shift in the 16th century. And you really struggle to understand people now if you went back in time and talked to them. The vowels were pronounced differently. It sounds more Germanic, some different words. So we died 28th of January 1547, and we'll kick off with a penny. This is referred to as a sovereign type penny, minted in Durham, 0.66 grams. It's the reverse. I'd value this around £45. We'll move up. We've got an example of a groat, and this has got a portrait on it of Henry VIII, but it's a little bit weak. Almost dropped it. So what I'll do, I'll show you another coin where you can see the portrait a little bit better. The legend says, translates to Henry VIII, by the grace of God, King of England and France. That's the reverse. Difficult to see the legend, but one of the words on the right hand side in the top right quadrant says Civitas. That just means city of, and this one's York. This one was minted in York, this groat. So I'll just show you another groat of Henry VIII that I've got. It's really damaged, it's almost split in half, hanging by a thread, but the portrait's a lot better, so that's why I've kept this coin. You can see Henry VIII's face with more detail on it. Same coin as the previous one I've showed. Reverse. See the damage there on the reverse as well. And the clipping. So value-wise, I think maybe for the first groat, about £70 in auction. The second damaged one, maybe 50. And now we're going to the first Tudor monarch. Henry VIII's father. Henry VII. Henry Tudor. So I do have a penny. Well, this one's got a puncture mark on it, but the detail's very good. Another sovereign type penny. There's the reverse. See the puncture mark there. And same shield. And finally, I have a groat of Henry VII, not in great condition. Just make out his portrait there. There's a real medieval design on the back, very common amongst earlier monarchs, with that long cross. The long cross was designed to help spot clipping because it went right to the edge. 2.98 grams, not in great condition, maybe about £50 in auction. So there we have it, there's all my Tudor coins. Hope you enjoyed this one. My next video is going to be my last one of this series, and you will find out what my oldest coin is. Thank you.